Hello and welcome back to the parish of St Joseph and St Margaret Clitherow here in Bracknell in the UK. And if you've been following this series of videos, we are walking through Advent together. And every week we are looking at a particular Advent theme. And this being the fourth week of Advent, the theme is love. And it's very appropriate that today I'm joined by Emmy. And Emmy, I'll let you introduce yourself. You're very well known to the parish, but you've got a very interesting title bestowed within the leadership team. Would you mind introducing yourself?
Sure. I'm Emmy, and my title is Director of Contemplative Life. It's a big title, Contemplative Life of the Parish. And what that means to me is helping people find ways to pray that are authentic to them. There are all sorts of different ways that people pray, together, by themselves, aloud, with words that are already written and words that just come from people's hearts. It's in groups, it's just in the quiet of your own room. It's a way of connecting to God, one heart to His heart.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, the breadth of everything there. I suppose maybe for my benefit, the contemplative way and the way in which we do contemplate through prayer. Would you mind just maybe refreshing us or maybe explaining that a little bit? Because I think, prayer, as you say, is very individual. But if anyone, I think you're very well positioned to explain perhaps the church view on it and how people have described this contemplative way before.
Mm-hmm. Well, in Psalm 46, it says, "Be still and know that I am God." And that's at the heart of the contemplative path. It's being still, quieting all of the worries that are in your mind, just sitting with God and listening to Him speak back to you when you say, "I love you." It's a form of silent prayer, biblical study, and meditation. It's just opening our hearts and our minds to God. It's using words if you want, or using no words at all, just resting in God, as St. Gregory in the 6th century says, to rest in God.
Yeah, I think it's, I look at my life and, we live very, very busy lives in general. I think there's so much noise in life. And one of my ambitions for this fourth week of Advent is to turn down a lot of that noise. I know a lot of people will perhaps be finishing work as well. And it's a great opportunity to find that stillness. And actually without, I can speak in my life, after the last couple of years, I think that stillness is something that I'm craving. And it's just a beautiful time, especially in this fourth week of Advent and a theme of love. And God is love, that principle of just switching off and being still and connecting, and that very close relationship. I think that's the beauty to this prayer. It's that close relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As St. Teresa of Avila says, it's a close sharing between friends. It means taking time frequently to be alone with Him who loves us, And it doesn't have to be onerous. It doesn't have to be this elaborate thing. You know, you can say, okay, every time I'm ironing, or if you don't iron that often like me, every time I'm washing the dishes, anytime I'm washing my hands, I'll say, hello, Jesus, I love you. It's finding little moments, perhaps when you're out for a walk. You know, you don't have to sit or kneel and pray. It's a conversation just like you'd have with, you know, anybody else that you love. It's a way of reminding yourself that you're never alone, that God is always with you, and He's always listening to you and waiting to hear from you. And if you're quiet and open your heart and your mind, you can hear Him.
Yeah, I think it's the perfect time for all of us to think about this, and it's one of the many learnings that I continue to learn in my life is it's getting away from a kind of methodological, I have to kneel, I have to say these words, and it is that relationship, and it's just such a beautiful thing. And despite all the noise, finding that time in the stillness, and even if it's washing dishes, I think that it's fantastic kind of ideas for all of us to remind ourselves of and grab, and you know, make sure that we're taking those steps. And a perfect time of year to do it. You know, the theme of love, I think as well, it's just such a wonderful time for us to reconnect and take a breath after all of these challenges that we've had. And I hope you're inspired to do that. Through the course of this week, as we have been doing through Advent, we will also be posting out daily reflections, and Emmy's been kind enough to write these for us over the course of this week, so I know that there's going to be a focus on our readings and some contemplations for us as well. So thank you very much for doing that, Emmy, for us. I know
you're welcome.
We get a lot of value from that, and it really is appreciated. And in fact, we appreciate you. Thank you for doing what you do for the parish. I know you've been on the leadership team for such a long time, and this is such a unique role that you play, but helping us all in our own faith journeys to walk in that direction, I think is just a massive gift for us all. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. And the contemplative path doesn't take away from any of your other prayer lives. It doesn't take away from morning prayer, from bedtime prayers, from Mass. It's just another way to connect with our Father. It's just another way of opening dialogue, of having a communication. So whatever you're doing, whatever kind of prayer life you have, the contemplative path just enriches it.
Yeah, that's important. And as I say, I think it's one for us to embellish and add to and infuse into you know, the journeys that we continue to all take in our faith. So thanks once again.
Well, thank you.
And we're going to continue.
Thank you all for watching.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to try and continue to do these videos over the course of the next few weeks and months. Who knows? Do give us some feedback if there's anything that you want to see more of or less of, potentially. But thanks for watching once again, and please look out for the daily reflections over the course of the next week.
Yep. Thank you, and goodbye.